So today's challenge was to catch a nice mullet from the River Plym. So I stopped at the bridge and had a look over. I always do this just to check the clarity, if there's any floodwater coming down the river. And then it's a nice 5-minute walk underneath the flyovers, under the A38, onto the beautiful River Plym. Right, here we are guys, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Bassman. Hello. And joining me today is Sir Keith. Hello Keith.
Good morning.
Keith's over there. And joining me today on the camera is my best friend, my oldest friend of 50 odd years now, isn't it? 51 years, Matthew, say hello.
Hello.
Hello, great to be out with you mate, down from London. So Matt's down helping me film today. And it's a bit of a special day because, you know, it's not every day you get a new rod. I mean, I'm quite lucky that I get lots of new rods to try and all that, but it's not every day that you get to design a new rod, is it? So it's been a long time coming. It's been about 6 months in the making, but I have actually designed or redesigned a rod for Blackrock, and here it is, the Mullet Master. So yes, we've been in lots of meetings and discussions about this rod, and it's taken ages to come together. And there's only one other company that actually did a dedicated mullet rod, and that was Tronics a few years ago with their Banzai mullet. A lovely rod with twin tips and everything. But this, my friends, is more of a sort of traditional modern touch. All right, so yes, the name Mullet Master. Does it get any better than that? Grey Ghost Edition. So this is the first one, a limited edition run. It's coming out in a couple of months, so you have to be a bit patient. There's going to be some very exciting news around the release, the pre-release, and how you can get it before it's released. And I'm involved with that, which I'm really pleased about. And yeah, so no more chat, right? Well, we'll get into the build and everything. But yes, I am really excited. Right, let's have a look. Let's have a look at this beauty, shall we? I've already had a peek. I've already had a look. I love it. Right, so what do you want them first? The butt or the tip? Right, here we are, look. The new, all new, redesigned, the Mullet Master, Grey Ghost Edition 12-foot set. And it's got it written on the back, right there. And as you can see, it's got a lovely wrap all the way up the blank. So you'll see the tip section in a minute. It's a 1.25 test curve, which in my opinion is the perfect power for mullet rod. You know, 1.25 is perfect. Anything more and it's a bit stiff. So yes, we've redesigned the rod like the all-rounder rod. This has got higher grade carbon on it. It's got a lovely modern reel seat, look, quick release reel seat, ever. So nice. So this is more suited to salt water over the all-rounder, which is more of a, you know, more of a freshwater rod because of the cork handle. It's even got a little hook, somewhere to put your hook there, look, if you want to ship your rods in half, which not many rods have that these days. So yeah, that's the tip, look. The eyes, you've got the Quag eyes on it. So the best eyes, basically. Really nice stainless steel eyes. So no expense spared on the fittings. You've got a lovely purple whippings on that, which is sort of like semi-traditional, which I really like. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to come up to design this with Matthew at Blackrock. I've never done anything like this before, or put my name to it. So I'm actually very proud Bassman at this moment to get this rod actually finally made. And here's the tip section here. Right, so look, 1.25 pound test is absolutely perfect. So it's got a lovely action through it, hasn't it? Really nice tippy rod. It's very similar to the all-rounder, the older model, but obviously it's got better stuff on it. So price point, guys, yes, the money bit. This rod is going to retail for less than £100. So we're probably thinking around the sort of £90 mark. There's also going to be an option to buy a combo with a nice little bait runner for an extra 10 quid. Okay, so we're going to do a combo deal, and we're going to just sell the rods on their own. It's a limited edition run, first run, and when these sell out, there will be more ordered, and we might do another edition next year, so a lighter model, so maybe a 3/4 of a test, you know, like an ultra light mullet rod. But yeah, I am really pleased with that. I'm proud to bits to actually, you know, to actually be involved with something like that. So the next thing to do is christen it. So we're down here at the beautiful River Plym. The tide's just flooding down there. We've got literally 10-15 minutes to wait. I can't wait. I'm gonna get a reel on this now and let's get it out there. Well, here we are. It's a lovely, beautiful spring day. It's quite warm. I'm gonna have to take this off in a minute, but the water's crystal clear. Very hard conditions for mullet fishing, but I'm confident. There you go, mate.
Thank you very much.
Isn't it old getting old? You've got to wear glasses to thread up your line, isn't it?
Yeah, there's not much great about getting old. Everything's harder to do, isn't it?
Everything's harder.
That was really cute, that shot. Yeah, you and Keith both pulling the line out together. It's like you're in tune.
Right, well, here we've got a very traditional mullet rig, a 2-hook paternoster, 2-hook fixed pat. So just 2-way, 3-way swivels and nice short droppers, and they are Sakuma Pro 8.0 hooks, Chinook. And I've got a nice powder coated white weight on the end that looks like bread. So it's another attractor really, and it does work, you know. Nice cheap bread, 80p a loaf. We don't buy the good stuff because it's too doughy. It just goes like really doughy and the fish can't get through it. So this is a nice lighter option, the cheaper stuff, because there's less in it, isn't there? There's less good stuff in it, I guess. So we're going to do a nice little pasty, Devonshire. Right, so I just like to have the hook point just showing out the back of the bread just, and then I just crimp it over, make a pasty. And there's a nice air pocket in the middle of that. So what you've got now is a pop-up, so that will be floating upwards. So A, the crabs can't get it if there's any crabs around. And when the tides start flowing, it acts like a float and it flows naturally in the tide like this. And the mullet will come up and just nibble at the end of it like that. And then hopefully we'll get these nice continuous bites. Yeah, so that's it. The tide's flooding in now, so we are ready to roll. Right, and then I'm going to do a little washing line rig. So this is like just extra bits of bread, 3 offerings on the line at various parts. You can put a little bit on your swivel. And at the start, when we first start mullet fishing, we use that until we get them interested. When they're biting, we don't bother with the washing line, we just put the hook baits out. So that is it, the tide's here, it's time to fish. Perfect. That's the new rod. Bring on the fish, oh here come the swans. If we threw loads of bread out there now for ground bait, which we like to do, the swans are on their way up and they will just find that bread, they'll stick their horrible long necks in the water, sir, and eat all my bloody bread.
Isn't there a risk that they'll get caught doing that?
No, I'm talking about the free stuff that you throw in to attract the fish, the ground bait. But they'll just stay there and they'll just mop the whole lot up and just put the fish off.
Damn wildlife.
Yeah, the floating white birds, I call them. Useless things, aren't they?
I can't say I agree, but I think the floating white birds is a good description.
Floating white birds. If you're an angler, if you're any sort of coarse angler, not a coarse angler, but if you're an angler, mullet angler, you don't like swans, all right? And just leave it at that.
Or ducks. No, they're a nuisance.
Ducks are fine because you can shoo them away. But another thing with swans is they've got Tourette's. So even if you try feeding them off, which we've tried that, you know, and you go to give them an outside, they're like swearing at you, you know, instead of saying thank you very much, they've got Tourette's, I'm telling you. I said, Keith's got a bit of COPD, so I don't usually mic him up after the walk. It's like Darth Vader. No, it's not that bad.
I carry the
Yes, the mist.
Good, good. Pleased to hear it,
Yeah,
Keith.
have to do it. Have to do it.
So, Keith,
Yes.
how long have you known Bassman?
I was introduced to Paul. My wife bought me a Christmas present when he had the stall in the market,
And I was the present.
and he was the present.
Yeah, so Keith came out with me on a guided session, what, 3 years? 3 years ago?
Must be.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we had one of the best nights fishing ever. Red letter day. We had bass, we had cod,
Cod, coley.
coalfish. We had everything, mate. It was absolutely brilliant. So then we kind of got to know Keith and got on very well with him right from the word go. And then it was sort of more of a case of coming out, you know, come along as a social thing. And Keith's retired. So Keith's got a lovely big bus that we go fishing in, and once a week, usually I go with Keith because he's got the time, and he's really good on the camera, and he's very good entertainment. You know, we gel, don't we?
Yeah, definitely.
You know, it does show on camera. Like Wingman, me and Wingman gel, or Birdman. You know, you've just got that chemistry there all straight away. And then a couple of years ago, was it 2 years ago? His wife bought him another present, wasn't it?
Yep.
And wanted me to take him on the mullet fishing, which is what we're doing today. Yeah, so I took Keith mullet fishing a couple of years ago, and he absolutely loved it, and he caught fish, and he's been catching fish ever since, and it's changed his angling life, because now he's not just thinking about conger, which is what he thinks about most of the year, is conger eels, you know, in the winter. So
Yeah.
now in the summer, we've got this thing going on between us now, this click for the mullet, and it's the best angling that I do as a multi-species angler. You know, we've done everything, haven't we?
Oh, yeah.
But the mullet is just, you know, big fish, very light gear, you know, lots of action, you know, zzz, like that. It's just fantastic, isn't it?
Last week it was, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
so it's changed his angling
Very,
for, forever, like, you know, so he'll now go into retirement as a mulleteer. You know?
And Mark does it as well.
And we got Mark into mullet fishing last year. He tried, was it for 11 months, and he couldn't catch one and everything. I said, right, come on. So we took him out, and first time, yeah. But he was using the wrong hooks, wasn't he?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he's using these great big treble hooks and just weren't working for him. Yeah, so it's good. The mullet fishing is good.
Season's just starting.
Just started, yeah. So, and I can see fish over there, look.
Yes, yeah, there's something coming up the river.
Right, let's go. What we try and do is...
The arse out my trousers.
Oh no! How'd you do that?
I don't know, well, I got out the car.
You felt a bit breezy, did it?
Rip. Oh, God.
Keith's ripped his trousers. Yeah, so when I cast in, it's very often controlled cast and just feathering the line, so you get a nice little plip on entry, not a boosh. So conditions today are challenging, but we do have a plus, and it's a jumping tide. So we've got a tide cycle. Every 2 weeks you get a spring tide, which is a big tide, and then it goes down to what we call a neap tide, a very small tide. So we're on that small tide cycle that's just starting to build into a spring, and that's when the mullet really respond, and they just feed more and more and more, all the way up that tide. As soon as it gets to the equinox tide, it just like somebody flicks the switch, they know, and they just disappear.
They're a curse, aren't
Is that all your cross and stuff?
they? Yeah. Sometimes I water it down a bit, make it nice and gooey.
So, John, how did you meet the Bassman?
Mothercombe Beach, what a horrible day.
It was a gloomy winter's day, and he was walking his dogs with his family, and he said, "Oh, it's BASSMAN'S." So we came over and said hello, didn't you?
Went
And
to
you
chat,
said, "I'll take you up the river next year and show you how to fish up the Yelm," which is his patch. You know, he lives there for what, long now, 50 years?
I was born there,
Was born-
62.
62
But
years on the
I
river.
have-
No, so he basically said, "I'm going to take you out on the river," and I just thought, "Oh yeah, another one." You know, I've heard that before. And then lo and behold, he actually did take me out on the river, and the rest is history, John, isn't it? We got on
we've
like
done a lot.
and it's another one of those we got on like that straight away, didn't we?
Yeah.
And like John's really good in the boat, so I learned loads off John in the boat. And then on
I
the
don't take him too seriously.
no, it's best not to. And
Same sense of humour.
like John's shore fishing's improved, my
Oh, yeah,
boat
yeah.
fishing's improved. You know, he's not used to from the shore and all that. So no, it's good, it works. And it's another team member. So we've got Birdman, Sir Keith, Wingman, you know, we've got Phil. Phil's on the team as well, and we make Phil Mingo, so it's good. Yes. All these passionate people are around you, you know? It's really good. Right, so yeah, so I've cast in and you've noticed that my line was slack. So in mullet fishing, it's better to keep a slack line, because when the mullet come up and take the bait, they don't take it right in their mouth, they just sip at it, so they just pull at it a little bit. And you get these little sequences of 1 or 2 bites like this, dum, 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 like that. And the more tight your line is, as soon as they feel resistance, they let go. So if you've got a nice bent, a nice bow in the line like I have, almost down to the floor, you watch the line and the rod still goes over, but it gives them a little bit less resistance, you know, so it gets them a little bit more confident. And when you get 2 fish competing for 1 bait, that's when the magic happens, because they're both going for it, and it's when they actually turn away with the bait, they usually get it pinned in each side of the lip. So that's what we're hoping for, is a nice slamming bite. You know, but they're the hardest fish to catch. So don't expect to come down here first day and get one. You know, it takes several years to master the basics of mullet fishing. So Keith's in his 3rd year now and is doing really well, and you know, there's a lot of thought goes into it. So obviously conditions is everything down here. This river suffers from, it's obviously comes down from the moors, and when it rains, it pours, and this place just absolutely hammers down and the mullet just disappear. So you've always got these sort of, you know, you're always battling with either the weather or the conditions or the swans or the crabs or mullet fishing. That's mullet fishing. Right, there's a fish just out there in the middle. You can just see it surfacing. Zoom in on it.
John got his timing right, didn't he?
Yeah, he's always late, but just in time.
Clips, but I made a loop, a sinker loop instead.
All right.
So it's like minimal.
Yeah. So this is John's minimal rig, but without the 3-way swivel. So he's got these special little beads that have got two holes in them. So
Tiny,
it's
tiny swivel.
yeah. What's that rated to? About
30 pounds.
£30, yeah. Well, there won't be no £30 mullet in here today.
They don't go that big, do they?
No.
What's the max size of a mullet?
Probably 11, 12, 13 maybe. I think the record's about 12, isn't it?
Yeah, you used to be able to go to Alderney, was the famous
Alderney's
place.
yeah. You get loads of 10-pounders in Alderney. Well, not loads, but £10 mullet. Imagine that, £10 mullet. So I've just had a very first tentative bite there. The line just straightened, so my nice slack line just sort of straightened a bit. And there's fish moving out to our left here. Bite, 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 bite. First bite. There we go, look. Watch the rod, rod. That's the first bite. There we go, look. Oh, Mark. Fish on, baby! Nah, it's only small. Ish. How perfect was that on camera?
Hey?
How perfect was that? That's the new rod, look. Nice little starter for 10. Christen the new rod. First time. Nice little plim mullet. Didn't really do a lot this one. Can you get a bit closer, Keith?
Seen the
You
net?
in? Yes, the mullet. Thank you, Turkey.
You're welcome.
Oh, it's bigger than I thought. Oh, he didn't do much, did he, for his size? I thought he was going to take me up the river. Right, and this is on Birdman's new rig that he made me, and I've just taken my rig off, and it's ultra minimalistic. You've got these tiny little bead there, look, and the dropper's coming off that. So it's so minimal, the mullet doesn't see any metal work, and this should be pinned here in the lip. Right there, look, so very easy to pop out. Be very careful, he's very cold, this mullet. Right, there's the hook out. So that's the rig. Right, Keith, I'm just going to lift this up for the folks now. So let's display this magnificent fish. Nice spring mullet from the River Plym. I'm just going to take that bread off it. Very, very gentle lift. The ninja lift. Here we go. Second attempt on the ninja lift. There you go, look. Magnificent mullet from the River Plym. Not a monster by my standards, but very welcome on Jon's new rig. Nice rig, Jon.
That's bigger than I thought it was.
Yeah, and me. And yes, Chris and the new rod, and it was, yeah, lovely. Right, here we are. Just putting the mullet back in, just let her find her way. Lovely specimen. She went a bit mad there on the bank, to be honest, because she was still a bit fresh. But yeah, nothing we could do about that. What a beauty. Right, come on, darling, let's turn you round. There you go. Come on, mate. And this is the best bit. Watching them go. Go on, then. Whee!
Fish out there, Paul.
On the surface,
There we go, lovely mullet from the River Plym. Love it when a plan comes together, don't you? Stick with it, guys, let's catch some more. Right, Matt's just had a good bite, yes. Here he is real, look. He is real.
I do exist.
He does exist. Been very busy filming us. So yes, lovely. We've had one fish out. Jon's busy doing. Poised and ready. Jon, just try and get a bit of slack out. Come on. Just, whatever you do, don't stand backwards. Well,
Is it on?
yeah, it's on. I was over filming Jon's bite. Might be a bit bigger, this one. It's your rig, Jon. Whoa! Yeah, this is a better fish. Yeah, go on. Actually, no, he's coming this way, Jon. That's a better fish. Loving this rod. China. Got to be very grateful with these ghosts. Oh, where are you going? Oh, right under your line. Got him back, I got him back. again. Come on, you ain't that big. Don't like their natural rig. This is what I love about mullet fishing. They are the best fighting fish on light gear. Right, lifting that up, John. Oh God. Go on, get in there. Oh, John! Oh my goodness. What a scrap. Oh, not that big. Nice fish though, eh? That's the new rod. Yes, Keith. Kind of stole the show a bit there.
Say that's smaller, isn't it?
No, I don't think so.
It's a carbon copy.
It's the same one.
Looks the same fish. It's not the same fish because it hasn't got any wound. Go on then, there you go, that's all it is. Look, a tiny little hook. And I do use barbs. There's barbed hook in it, John? Barbs or no barbs?
That one barbed, I think.
Yeah, good. I don't like barbless hooks for mullet fishing, it just doesn't work. Because they just go mental, like you just seen.
Oh yeah.
Right, come on, come to Bassman. Right, don't jump, don't jump. Number 2, son.
Before you put it back, we'll turn it around to the bridge.
Why?
To your left. There's people looking.
Oh yeah, do you want a shot?
Lovely fish, mate.
There you go, from the River Plym, another
That-
one similar size, but that one went a lot better.
Yeah, same size as the first one. The first one just floated in, didn't it?
Well, not float, no, I just made it look easy, but this one gave me a bit of a fight.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right, let's put her back then, shall we?
Yeah.
There you go, mate. Off you go. Back to whence you came. Look at that. Lovely bar. Whoa! Go on, mate.
Chunky, broad across.
Yeah, it's a chunky fish.
Yeah.
Lovely release. Carlsberg release. He made his day anyway. Go on, don't move that rod, John. So worried you're going to stand on it. Yes. Whew. Right, must be your turn.
Well, my prize is producing a really good video for
Yeah.
you, mate. That's just priceless.
It's a great video, mate, already.
Yeah.
Because you're in it as well.
Well, and it's your first fishing rod.
Yeah, first ever design, yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully not the last.
No, congratulations, you deserve it.
Thank you. Right, excellent. Let's get in again. Fancy that, though, eh? I was filming John. John was like that, wasn't he? Poised. Bass, your rod.
Yeah, I was so tempted to pick it up.
You should have, mate. Look at that, look.
It's a lovely rig, though.
John, something's happened to your stopper here. Oh, there you go. It's all right, I've sorted it. It's supposed to be over that little bit there. But that is a minimalistic. It doesn't get any more minimal than that. And I've just caught 2 mullet. And the cameraman. Yeah, guys, so even if you live in the city, you know, there's some good urban sport available. As long as there's water near you and there's salt in that water, there is mullet. Go get them. So there we are, guys. I really hope you enjoyed that little video that we put together today. So we've showcased the new rod. It's a lovely rod. I've caught 2 lovely little mullet on it, you know, and Thanks to John's rig, nice minimal tilt pat. Sir Keith, still trying. So we've still got another hour or two to go. So yes, I really enjoyed that. Did you enjoy it, Matt?
It was really good once you got a fish.
Yeah. Well, mullet fishing's really hard, so we were lucky to get a fish, let alone two. You know, you don't just come down and catch mullet, it's not that easy. But when you know how and you've been doing it for years, you work them out, you start thinking like a mullet, and it's not so hard. So please, guys, be inspired. Go and buy yourself a mullet rod, or use an old rod that you've got, anything like fine or anything, and just give it a go. You'll absolutely love it. It's next level sport. You know, you can't just wind the fish in like a 2-pound bass on a bass rod. It's no fun, is it? So yes, stay tuned. These rods will be out in a couple of months, and there'll be some special offers very soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Tight lines.
Cheers.
Is that your arse hanging out, Keith?
Yep, it went.
Rip. Very, very gentle lift. The ninja lift.